What's bracking, guys? Welcome to the season finale of FC Cincinnati Career Mode. I'm sorry for the long wait between videos. I'm trying to be more consistent. I had some things going on. I've been trying to get things organized in my personal life. But I've really missed YouTube, so I'm glad to be coming back with a pivotal episode in this series with a playoff matchup against New York Red Bulls. Of course, we slotted into one of the final spots in the playoffs. Royer, you can see on New York Red Bulls, has 22 goals in the season, so he has won the regular season Golden Boots. I believe the scores and stuff kind of carry over, possibly. I'm not sure how playoffs actually work in FIFA, so they may actually carry over some of the assists and scoring and all that stuff. So we'll see how that goes. But either way, it's been a wonderful regular season from the side. Coming back after a really tough start, putting things together was kind of expected with the type of players we had in this team. Some younger players, some guys who are really developing, some guys who are trying to kind of rejuvenate their careers, and that's exactly what's happened. It's come together to become a pretty solid side. Beaten quite a few of some of the playoff sides, so I think Red Bulls is going to be an interesting matchup. I think they may have drawn or beat us as well, so they have a nice little tifo there. Red Bulls, again, I think they ended up being second, I believe, in the Eastern Conference, so they're clearly one of the better sides, and it's going to be a tough one for us to handle. We'll see how we perform, though. They do have some really good players. Again, Royer, like I said before, first in MLS in goals, is winning that. He won the regular season Golden Boot. Maddox has been a lovely striker as well, so Royer's been scoring all those goals from the left wing, it seems like, as well. And we'll take a look at the lineups. They really do have some good quality players in MLS, at least in MLS standard does. New York Red Bulls, Aaron Long and Tim Parker are some pretty good center backs. And they have a creative center attacking mid, you can see in the second Kaku. Tarek is not too bad either. Granero, though, you can see the young goalkeeper right there. The young Mexican goalkeeper has really kind of solidified himself into that starting spot, found through the youth academy, and he is going to be a good young player. He's going to continue to grow. He pretty much is the highest rated goalkeeper at the moment. So we have a lot of other young players on the rise, which we'll be seeing next season, along with some transfers we made as well, getting some game time. So Robles, another guy who's been MLS veteran along with Wright Phillips, scored a lot of goals so far in his MLS career. Kaku, a very good creative center attacking mid he is, and we'll see. Hopefully he doesn't make too much happen against us. But now Cheek Clapper at the helm here of FC Cincinnati with Granado in net. Powell, the right back, Van der Werf, Waston, the center backs, Garza left back, Amaya Bertone, Cruz making up that midfield, Monet and Green on the wing, and then Maddox would be up top. So Maddox, of course, has really turned his career around with us. Another guy who, just a lot of players like that are trying to turn their careers around, get it kick-started for the case of some of the younger players, and he's definitely one of those. He came in for Sebastian Soto, the young American striker, who was expected to start, and since then, he's really kind of taken hold of that job when he's really going to be the backup, honestly. So Sean Davis here, the American midfielder, grabbing an early yellow card 6 minutes in after just trying to take the ball off of Monty there. Monty did a very good job using his body, protecting that ball. You can expect this game to be pretty chippy, as that's usually how things go in these playoffs matches. So it could be quite a few yellow cards, maybe even draw a red in the end. But now Green trying to play Maddox in some space here, as Tarek's going to clear that one out. And we'll see if we can make something happen off the throw-in. Throw-ins usually seem to be when teams are very vulnerable in this game for whatever reason. Now Cruz played in some space. Gonna look for the cutback back to Bertone. Look for Amaya. Unfortunately, cannot get the right pass off or the right run from Amaya. I think also would have been ideal. As Waston did not get the best power on that header either. But some poor passing in the end. But I actually think that was Cruz did a good job blocking him off. Could have been obstruction right there. That's something I don't see called too much from time to time. But now some good link-up play. Cruz trying to run the defense. Had the sweat across, but goes for goal. Robles with a huge fingertip save. Cheek Clapper probably saw the sweat and expected him to play that square across. But nonetheless, a good effort and a huge save from Robles. Full stretch, hitting that off his fingertips. The veteran MLS goalkeeper, the veteran American goalkeeper. So now Powell going to try to make something happen here. Put that cross into Van der Werf. 1v1 back post cannot make anything happen. Now Mane with a turn. Could have probably played one more maybe. But now they're going to try to get this one. Wright Phillips gets the ball. It could be through on goal, but Cruz has a bit of pace, and I think Wright Phillips recognizes that, but not the best tackle attempt, and Wright Phillips really was through on goal after a bad tackle from Cruz in the end. And fortunately for us, That one goes wide after Sims was kind of handed the ball there in the end. So as usual, we're going to try to play out from the back here with Garza. Unfortunately, not on the same page as Mane. He needs to be showing to the ball instead of just kind of running like that. Now right Phillips going to play the ball back to Kaku. He's going to play a great ball to right Phillips. He's going to hit that underneath the goalkeeper to go up 1-0 in the 30th minute. So right Phillips has been known for his goal scoring ability in MLS. His first season, I believe he was with Thierry Henry, so that helped a lot. But since then, he still grabs tons of goals nonetheless. So Granero unfortunately gets beat near post on that one. He tried to cut off the angle, it looked like, but maybe could have just stayed home and tried to get a little, maybe like a good reaction save. So now Green doing a good job with the pressure. Unfortunately, gets the ball back after a bit of a lazy pass, but he gets back to it. Good effort from Green. Good to see him doing that on the wing. He's going to look for a pass here. Going to take some space, cut the ball back inside. Look for inside here to Maya. To Maddox, who's going to cross the ball over to Cruz and just gets enough contact that looks like the right back, I think it was, nearly got there to clear that one. So that was almost ruined that opportunity right there. But Cruz gets some good contact on that. Puts in the side netting. Robles nearly got to it also. I mean, Robles has some pretty good reactions. You can see running back could have probably been showed a little bit more urgency to maybe cover that near post. But either way, a good goal from Maddox, showcasing some of that ability in these little spaces on the counter attack. Green taking that space, finding Maddox, and of course some good runs from the midfielders to show to the ball. So it's 7 goals from an MLS. He has been wonderful so far. He's going to continue to grow as well, the young Costa Rican center attacking, and we'll see that some of that growth is next season especially even. So now Kaku running at the defense. Not the best effort, but Granero with a huge save this time. Last time he made that kind of a save attempt before and got beat, but this time he goes low and stops that one. Good work from him as Max is going to play ball here to Cruz. He's going to look in the middle. It looked like for a second he probably had that run in the middle. Actually, looked like. Now, Gar's going to be playing the ball forward. That's actually a good forward run from him. A good ball here. Gar's going to try to cut this ball back. Unfortunately, it is saved. A big chance to go up 2-1 in the 60th minute as Garza really got forward, just kind of bombed forward there. Unfortunately, could not make things to happen. A nice little back heel here to Maddox, back to Amaya. Try to play that through. Maybe, I think he looked like he was trying to nutmeg him with that through ball, but didn't work out as another little opportunity. But great job from Granado, being very attent to that one on his like the balls of his feet or something. But either way, a huge kick right here to Maddox, who plays just kind of along that line, catches the defender sleeping. He's going to look for the cutback here to Mane. Back to Cruz. Unfortunately, just hits that wide. It should have just probably been a square pass rather than a cross. But either way, two big chances as New York here now in stoppage time has one chance, it looks like, possibly to run away with the victory here. But Green does a good job winning that ball. And now we are going to go to extra time. So pretty unfortunate from us. We probably should have scored with those last few chances we had, but we'll see if we can take advantage of some chances we could possibly create in extra time. If not, we are going to be going to penalties. So Mane is pretty tired. We're going to take him off, bring in Joe Zhao, and we're going to bring in Farfan as well in that left back role for Garza to give us a little bit more stamina. Some players are pretty tired there. Now trying to clear this header out. Ball's going to go back to Farfan. Look to play the ball into some space, and Joe Zhao somehow gets to that. And now he's going to go running because he is a very pacey man. He's going to put the ball down this wing, put his head down. Going to look for this cross. Unfortunately, not the best ball in though, but Maya still gets to that one. He's going to look to Bertone. He needs to have a go, but a huge block there from, I think that was Parker, or it was either Parker or Long, but either way, that was a huge block and a big chance to go up, because you've seen that happen quite a bit, those little plays. But good job for finding the cutback here. Again, Bertone, but this time it's blocked. Again, it's blocked. Now Cruz is going to try to play the back to Bertone, to Amaya, who made a really good pass in the build up to this little opportunity. Max going to try to hold up the play a little bit. Back to Amaya. They're just going to be a little bit more patient with it, or attempt to. Going to find Powell on that wing. Going to play the ball to Maddox in some space. And just a big challenge right there when it looked like it could have been through on goal. And now it's going to go to the basically the half of extra time. Could maybe try to get a shot off right there, but just unfortunately could not get a clear chance, thanks to some big defensive efforts from the Red Bull players. with some of their blocks and all that. But not the best pass there in this little build-up, trying to build up from the kickoff and halftime. We'll see if this is going to actually possibly cost us. As some tired legs definitely on Red Bulls. A good ball played over the top, though. Caught sleeping is the youngster Farfan. And that is maybe where we could have used Garza still. I know he was pretty tired, but Farfan caught ball watching on that over-the-top through ball. Kaku hits in the rebounds. The young South American center attacking mid. A great number 10 he is, and he definitely did a good job that time getting to good space right there to score that rebound. So unfortunately, Farfan, the youngster, is going to be probably learning from that one, hopefully, because that was not the best defense from him, trying to I'm not sure what he was doing there in the end, just caught ball watching, it looked like. But now we've got to probably just look for a goal. So we're going to move to 2-striker formation, and we are going to bring in Soto, the youngster, and have him be the second striker and try to work up top with the what is his name, Darren Maddox. I'm sorry, it's been a while since I've recorded. I'm really sorry about that, but it's been some time. Bring in Alashe, of course. We have what is it? You get 4 substitutes now when you're in extra time, so that's useful. We're gonna keep Bertone in. I feel like it looks like, and then we're gonna go Cruz. Yes, we're gonna go Cruz. Then have Soto and Maddox up top. Zhao and Green looking to create from that wing. Alash will just going to sit back and be that defensive mid. So nearly a chance there in that back post. Ronaldo's going to try to get this one. This is the final minutes of stoppage time. A terrible throw there. Again, I think the lack of composure from the youngsters is definitely shown in this matchup. It looks like this is the way that this season's going to end. But either way, it's been some good learning moments from the side, as it's pretty much 3 minutes in the stoppage time. And the ball goes out for a corner, so it looks like they're going to just be looking at time waste, playing it short here, and that is what they'll be doing to end this matchup. Maybe try to get to this little last attempt with the interception, but did not work out. So nonetheless, a good season from the side, coming back from being just a pretty awful team at the start, pretty inexperienced, not playing that well, but I think the lack of experience definitely showed at the end here. Siri, for some reason, turned on. I don't know what is wrong with this Siri, but either way, a good first season for FC Cincinnati and MLS, making the playoffs, developing some youngsters, and still some youngsters on the way they're going to develop, such as Granero, and quite a few youth players such as Burke, Smith, who you'll see in a bit, and then of course we have Cruz and Maya, who are fairly young. Some guys like Mane, Zhao, as well as Green, have really been showing the ability that they once were thought to have. They definitely are showing that they do have it now, rather than being kind of a wasted wonder kid or something like that. But good to see this squad come together. Could have definitely made a run in the playoffs this season, but I think next season with kind of an injection of more youth is definitely when it'll happen. But it was a bit tough. I mean, 9 shots, 5 on target. I think we had a lot of clear chances that were just blocked. Some great defensive efforts from New York Red Bulls. The whole backline came up pretty big, as Granato's going to end up being a 74. Trying to train some of these guys. I really want most of the team to be above the 70 overall, I think, before we get to the end of the season. Or just kind of that, and going into the next season, we kind of want players to be around that mark. I think that kind of is the mark to be around, to kind of have a pretty competitive side in MLS in this game. So Granado has really good reflexes in diving, but his handling is terrible. Just kind of like that with a lot of goalkeepers. They're not very solid all around, I've noticed, for the most part. But you can see that Granado got up to a 76 overall thanks to some training. He has potential to be special, so he's going to be a wonderful player. He already is an incredibly good goalkeeper, considering he's 18 overall, aged 18, 76 overall, and he still has quite some room to grow. So I'm glad to see him performing the way he has been. So a couple other players. Richie will be leaving us. Hey, of course, then Titon was kind of our striker before. Garza, 69 overall, nice. And then we're going to be training up Farfan. I think he's going to be the new left back or right back coming up. 67 overall, and I think he's going to end up being that new full back option for us for sure. He's either going to slot in that left back or right back role for Garza or Powell. So Van der Werf, 71 overall. Vostin, 73 overall. Haglin up to 67. Tyler Smith has potential to be special. The young Canadian center back, he is going to be stepping in that starting role. I'm thinking in place of Van der Werf is the plan. So Alashe is actually not bad as a center back, as CDM option off the bench. We'll see if he wants to stay in that role. The plan did not really play. Pal up to 69, nice thanks to training. 65 overall center back as CDM is Reese Park, who's an exciting prospect. So we've got quite a few good young players who could pan out to be decent. Lucas Banks, another player, doesn't have any status or anything at the moment. Then Joe Zhao up to 69, nice. Mane up to 71. Bertone up to 69, nice. I'm going to try to get up to 70 overall thanks to training. Cruz up to 69 overall, nice. Frankie and Maya have trained tons, up to 68 overall. Julian Green up to 71. Then Soto up to 66, who is showing great potential, and I think he will be the starter next season. Of course, Maddox is a 69. He's more highly rated, and of course, he's nice, but I think we want to really continue on with the development of the young players. That was really kind of the goal of this season. That's what I like to do with these types of career modes, is really have kind of players with kind of a background, a kind of a backstory that I really enjoy, and kind of want to boost up through this. So I think we've got a really good core going into next season. They've all gotten some playoff experience now. They know what it's like to play in big games, and I think they will be able to respond in the future seasons. I think it's probably the next season. I think we definitely want to try to win MLS Cup, or by the third season, I think we can kind of wrap this series up a bit. But now you can look at some of the attributes here as well, of course, as I'll just kind of flip through those. But thank you guys really for all the support. I know that I've been really consistent this FIFA, but of course this FIFA hasn't been the best in my opinion. I mean, for my channel, it hasn't really helped much. That the game was pretty broken from the start, kind of ruined some of my plans with this game. Was pretty much looking forward to it, so that happened. Some other life stuff happened and all that. But Garza looks like he's probably going to go to more of a backup role. He still is a really good player. He's been solid for us throughout the season. Farfan, though, he has some really good agility. I think that's going to be looking for him to utilize, kind of get forward a little bit more and be pretty good in those 1v1s. I think we want him to do also. Van der Werf, unfortunately, don't think he's going to be starting next season, because we do have Smith, that young Canadian center back, who I think is going to step into that role of the starter as well. So I wish it was a lot easier, like the previous ones. You don't have to go to status, then attributes. I miss the old squad hub personally. I don't know how you guys feel, but either way, Watson still is not declining yet, thankfully. I mean, he's 73 overall, so he probably has a season or two left in him before he starts to decline a bit more. He has tons of strength, though, 94 strength. Very, very big, muscular man. He's a mountain of a man for sure, but yeah, I don't really know what else to talk about. I can kind of talk about each individual player, but I just want to show my appreciation to all YouTube lovers, because it really has meant so much to have your support. Because even I know the status I posted was kind of expressing my sentiments and stuff like that. But it's cool to have your guys' love and support no matter what. But 6'2", left-footed medium is Tyler Smith. He already has 80 strength, 79 acceleration, 79 sprint speed. There's no reason he's going to be sitting on the bench next season, because he already has incredible physical attributes. We just got to improve the interceptions and all that, and he will be incredible. He has 84 aggression as well. So once we get the marking, like the defense awareness, he's 67 overall with only 57 defense awareness. So once that goes up along with the tackling, he's going to be really good. Even Alashe is actually a very nice backup center back at CDM. Another player who was kind of looks like he's going to have a pretty solid career, who has unfortunately not really turned the corner in his career. So yeah, we have some quality here. Thomas Mathis, I just kind of signed. He's not really that good, but just wanted to get a couple of players here and there. Of course, Powell up to 69 overall. I'm training a bit more, and he has tons of pace. I do think it's going to be Garza that will be stepping out of the lineup in favor of Farfan, as what we'll be doing most likely. Then, of course, another youth player we'll be showing in a second is Reese Park, who is 6'3", left with medium work rates. 65 overall, could probably step in that center back role. I mean, he is one thick bib, being 6'3". He isn't very strong though, and his pace is kind of pretty poor. So that's the one thing about him. He's not very good physically. He does have decent status, so we could think about maybe playing a bit here and there. But I think he's more of at the moment, because his physical is not being too great. I think he's more of depth in that midfield, in that center back position. But we can try to train him a bit more, get his strength up and stuff like that, and see how he performs. Lucas Banks, 6'3", left foot low medium, 3-star, 4-star, another center back option. And he is also, unfortunately, more stamina-oriented, but he does have 67 strength, so another guy who maybe if he improves his strength could be decent. So, but yeah, I'll continue to showcase these guys here. Stanko up to the 67 overall, age 26, and he's not looking too bad, not too bad. Joe Jal, the 69 overall, nice. Pacey, of course, Pacey and Agile is the main thing with him. That is the main thing. Then Mane, of course, is pretty similar, honestly. Mane's just got like a more refined version, I guess, of Joe Jal with 4-star skin was 3-star weak foot. Pacey and Agile, same type of deal with him. Technically, he's probably a bit better here and there as well, but love to see his progress. He's another guy who was really promising. He kind of went to Mexico, didn't work out there, then he went to Europe and he came back. And we'll see how he does. We can maybe turn his career on a bit. But Bertone up to 69 overall, nice. He scored tons of goals for us. Physically, he's solid. I mean, his pace isn't amazing, but his jumping, sprint speed, stamina are okay. So he kind of gets up and down that pitch. And he just, for some reason, got himself in really good spots. And he finished a lot for us, scored tons of goals for us. So glad to see him in that midfield. Of course, Alan Cruz is 69 overall. Nice. We're going to try to train him more. He has pace and agility and balance. I think we just can improve his technical ability, and some of the mental attributes in his overall should be quite higher. So a quality young player he certainly is. And of course, a guy who's pretty similar to him, of course, playing a little bit more behind him is Frankie Amaya. I've always liked him as a player in real life, and that's why I'm kind of boosting him up, because I really think he should play a bit more in general. But pace and agility he has, technically decent dribbling, ball control, and passing is not too bad. So he's another creative type of player. Of course, Julian Green, the young American, who's been doing really well in the second division of Germany, the 2 Bundesliga. He has good pace, agility, and stamina is not too bad. And technically, he's probably one of our better players, I guess you would say. I mean, the dribbling is pretty high, one of our best dribblers. Passing isn't too bad. As now we'll look at Sebastian Soto, who he did get up to 66 overall. Our future striker, 6 foot, 3-star weak foot, right foot medium work rates. Physically, not amazing, but I think I just want to play him because I like him in real life, and I hope that he gets his club situation fixed in real life as well. But he has 72 finishing also. Decent ball control. Then Max, of course, 69, pretty pacey. This is the main thing with him, and he's a bit of strength. And Rashawn, as a strong striker, 6 foot, 2-star skills, 3-star weak foot, as he wrap up looking at all that. But I really appreciate all your love and supports, as it looks like I could get fired. 55 match rating. I think it's partially because I wasn't really paying attention to the chat sometimes, so make sure you guys pay attention to the player chats. It's really tedious though, so I just got really bored doing all that. That's one thing I just kind of forget about. I don't really do the PES conferences. I don't really do all that, but yeah, it's a bit tedious in my opinion. I think it's getting tedious. But goals, you can see Max with 13 and 10 assists. He's always been incredible. Bertone with 12 goals and 4 assists, so tons of goals from the midfield. Cruz with 7 goals and 7 assists. Mane with 5 goals and 6 assists. Soto Amaya with 4, 3 goals from Jal. Pau and Corbin Bowen with a goal each as well there. And we'll flip towards the assists in a second to sort those a bit better for you guys. But Maddox looks like he already was the one leading in assists, but quite a few other players have contributed in that manner. Of course, just a really good team performance all around with this season, with 10 assists from Maddox, 7 from Cruz, 6 from Mane, 5 from Amaya, 4 from Bertone, Garza Green with 3 assists, Ledesma with 2, Pau Jao Uloa with 2 assists, and Farfan with 1 assist also. So of course, Maddox probably was the player of the season considering his average rating. He just pretty much came out of nowhere. I was not expecting him to do so well, but I think I maybe should, because he has pace and he has physical. Just the pace and the strength he has in jumping can be pretty OP and in career mode, so I should have probably expected a bit more from him. As you can see me just kind of flipping through the player chats. That's the one thing I just pretty much ignored for the most part, and that's probably why I am having this manager rating issue. But hopefully we don't get fired. I mean, we can look at that, but I still think it's kind of ridiculous. We're going to having a performance review because we're under scrutiny despite making the playoffs with a pretty meh squad in my opinion. I think obviously it's made a little bit easier by MLS having like half the teams make the playoffs, but still, not the best squad we had at disposal at the start. We believe you deserve another chance, lucky for you to stay FC Cincinnati season. Yes, that was what I was hoping. That's what should happen. But thank you guys either way for all the support as I'll be loading into that second season. I really appreciate all of it. You guys make me feel good. Whenever you guys comment, show your love and affection for me. It means a lot, really, because I know a lot of you guys really do care about me and my channel and myself in general. But thank you all. Hope you enjoyed this video. Hit that like button. I love you. Thank you for tuning in. I'll be staying out now, and I'll catch you guys later.